I'm Buck Weezer. Welcome to another video with Buck's Small Engine DIY on YouTube. Now, before you get too excited, I need to tell you that it appears that this engine is seized up. Oh my. There's a nice nest. Well, my initial observations are I don't see any broken connecting rod. All right, I'm forcing the engine to turn. That's pretty darn tight. Boy, sure spinning a lot easier than it used to. That was... Okay, so intake. Little compression bump. Still feel a little bit of resistance there. Okay, so I'm going to... I removed the old valve cover gasket, and it just so happened in my stash of stuff I've got a new one from a previous job that I did, and I guess I made my own at that time, but I'm going to save myself that trouble and use this guy. And I've cleaned the cover, so you want to do that. And I found some notes that I had made way back when that indicates a torquing sequence with the 7 bolts and also a torque spec. It says for new holes 11 Newton meters, which is 95 inch-pounds, or used holes 7.5 Newton meters, 65 inch-pounds. Well, I assume these are used holes, right? I mean, what's new holes? I mean, that's when they're assembling it from the factory, maybe? I don't really know. But 65 inch-pounds is not very tight. So I'm probably going to do something in between there. Maybe 80 inch-pounds, 85. I'm going to do it a little more than they say. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use RTV silicone gasket sealer on both sides of the gasket. It doesn't call for that, but I'm going to do it, and hopefully that will help keep it from leaking. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray down the valves and springs with an assembly lube, just to keep them lubricated until the time, you know, they get the oil circulating up here. So that's that, and then I'll clean it off the mating surface there, but at least it be somewhat lubricated. All right, so that's the plan. Now I'm going to set up the gasket and we'll be ready to install it. I'm going to use a little brake clean on a rag and just wipe the edge here. All right. And I got this guy set up already. All right, got them all started. Just gonna lightly run them in. All right. And I got a torque wrench here. Need an extension. Oh, and I got to look up the sequence. Just snugging them down real quick before I torque them. Okay, so this guy's number 1. It didn't click yet. He's ready. All right, takes a little bit of time to deal with that. All right, last time. Here's my little click. I'm doing 80 inch-pounds. Click. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there we go. Will it leak? Eh, probably. They always do. All right, that's good. Well, I've put most of the engine parts back together, and let's see if it will fire up for us now. Well, I have to admit that this project did not turn out as I expected. What I was told at the beginning is that it was an oil-starved engine. It was seized up as a result. I was expecting to find broken pieces of the connecting rod in the bottom of the engine. I don't think that was an accurate diagnosis. A couple of takeaways. I don't really know what happened with this tractor or why it was parked for 9 years. I'm not convinced that the valve guide issue was the problem, although that's a common thing with these engines when the cylinder head overheats. We addressed that. I suspect that maybe there was a time when it just didn't want to start for whatever reason. Maybe the battery was weak, and so they pushed it into the shed, hired a lawn service, and there it sat for nearly a decade. I don't really know, but it was fun to get it back up and running, wasn't it? So if you've watched this video, I thank you. If you've watched all 3 parts of it, triple thanks to you. I would love to hear your comments and questions in the discussion below, as I always do. And I got another Kohler carriage coming up soon for another video that we're going to work on together. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you then on our next video. Bye-bye.